Hello, welcome back to Tactical Tuesday with Johnny Tiger on April 20th, 2021. Hopefully, you guys not too high or too stoned while watching this video because, as a suggestion from my beautiful girlfriend, who is also one of my most loyal fans, we are going to do a review of our basic elbow strikes, both forward and back. Reason being, there's now over 300 videos. Can you believe it? Over 300 videos on this channel. We've been doing daily videos since the beginning of the pandemic back in 2020. So I imagine for any newcomer or anyone who want to find those old elbow strike series, it will be really difficult. You have to dig through a lot of video. So we're going to do a general review, and I'm going to try to limit myself and not talk as much. um, Quick reminder: your elbow is some of the hardest weapon on your body, also some of the best shield on your body. It both it's great for both defend and attack. What is the elbow not good for? And not good for long range. Okay? If the range is too long, like let's say if the person is only an arm's length away, for me to cover that distance and get my elbow in there, by the time my elbow gets there, it's pointless. There's almost no uh, power behind it because the reach is too long. So it's a short range weapon, short range tool, but very good for defensive purposes. When you throw your elbow, always remember to keep your hand open because when you clench your fist, your muscle will actually extend over the bone and tense up and cover and cushion the bone. If you keep your hand nice and relaxed and open, then your elbow will be nice and sharp, nice and pointy, nice and hard. There's no muscle covering it. When you throw your elbow, make sure that you always throw from the waist and shoulder, and your legs must follow. When I throw a forward elbow, I'm never going to extend forward too far beyond my forward foot because what's going to happen if I extend that far, throw myself off balance. Right? Even if it doesn't throw me off balance, all it takes is someone grabbing my arm and pull me forward, and I go off balance. Right? So rather than extending my body forward like that, I don't want to do that. Okay? When I throw an elbow forward, I'm going to shuffle or skip forward. My feet is going to move, my waist is going to twist. My body motion is very small. And my arm, I'm not powering the elbow with my arm. My arm is only function is to set my elbow in the right place. So for example, I'm not going to swing my arm back and throw the elbow this way using my arm. Right? If I want to throw that elbow, I'm going to step forward, boom, step forward, boom, step forward, boom. Okay? I'm driving that with my shoulder, with my chest, with my back, with my waist, with my core. I'm going to use my footwork to get me close enough for that elbow to hit. I'm never going to overextend. Right? Similarly, if I'm throwing an elbow to this uh, like a roundhouse elbow, what we call number 3 and 4, but we'll talk about that in a second. If I'm throwing a roundhouse elbow, I'm not going to just let my body swing to the side because what that does is it almost turns me around if I miss my target. So rather than throwing it just with my body, I'm going to use my foot. My foot is going to pivot and step, pivot and step, pivot and step. I'm using that stepping momentum to drive my elbow in. Also, important to note, the elbow strike I show you guys, the elbow strike I teach, came from a very old system, from an old school Muay Thai called Muay Chai. the very ancient Muay Thai branch that exclusively studied the elbow, how to use the elbow for attack and defense. Why don't I teach the Krav Maga elbow? Because I find the Krav Maga elbow, even though I'm a Krav Maga guy, I find the Krav Maga elbow needlessly complicated and very one-sided. Because Krav Maga elbow, there's no distinction between left elbow and right elbow. They're basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's all on the one side. There's only 7 elbow, but it's all on the one side and it's all over the place. So it's very difficult to coordinate left and right arm. You have to go like left arm one, right arm two, left arm one, right arm three, something like that, right? It's kind of uh, uh, complicated and a little bit difficult to master, and it's kind of confusing. So I prefer the old system that I was taught. That is not to say that the Krav Maga system is no good. I just prefer to teach the old style from the Muay Thai system. Oh yeah, and look at this. We actually have my training room back. Aslan is now uh, roaming the house freely with his big brother Tiger. So now this is not going to be a nursery much longer. Once I get this cage out of here, then we'll have this back to looking like a dojo again. Now, elbow. Assuming you're right-handed, the odd elbow will always be left. The even will be right. So 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 will be left hand, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 will be right. Similarly, when we do back elbow, 1, 3, and 5 will be left. 2, 4, and 6 will be right. And yes, if you notice that there's 10 for the forward elbow and 6 for the backward elbow, then you are correct. So I'm going to be moving from side to side just so you guys can see uh, when I do the right side and when I do the left side. Obviously, when you're training yourself, you don't have to do that. Okay? Starting with the forward elbow. Elbow number 1, I'm going to use the clock system. So imagine that you have a big clock standing up in front of you. 12 o'clock is directly above my head. 6 o'clock down between my feet. 9 o'clock over there to the left. 3 o'clock over there to the right. So when I describe the uh, trajectory of the elbow, I'm going to say from travel from which area of the clock to which area of the clock. I'm going to do it without hitting target first so you guys can see what I'm doing. Elbow number 1. Okay, always make sure when you're ready to fight, your hands are up, protecting your face. Hands are open to expose the elbow. Elbow number 1, go from 6 o'clock up to the center of the clock. 6 o'clock and up. So it's a downward up elbow. Don't forget to step forward and bring the elbow up. Okay? That elbow travel from 6 o'clock to the center of the clock. Number 2, with the right elbow, same thing. Right elbow, so with that would be from 4 o'clock to the center of the clock. Up, 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 and up. Number 3, left elbow, traveling from 9 o'clock to the center of the clock. 9 o'clock in, 9 o'clock in, 9 o'clock in. Number 4, right elbow, 3 o'clock to the center of the clock. 3 o'clock in, 3 o'clock in, 3 o'clock in. 3 o'clock in. Number 5, left elbow traveling from 12 o'clock down towards the center of the clock. So you have to lift your elbow up to 12 o'clock and drop it down to the center of the clock. Okay, lift, drop, lift, drop. Okay, that's left elbow. Number 5, left elbow 12 to center, 12 to center. Number 6, right elbow 12 to center, 12 to center. Watch my torso. I'm not just standing here lifting my elbow. My whole body is jumping in when I swing that elbow. Right? 12 to center. 12 to center. Number 7. 7 and 8 are interesting. Imagine someone really short or someone duck down and try to grab you around the leg to do a takedown on you, and you want to hit them on the side of the head with your elbow. Okay, so for number 7, left elbow from 9 to 6. 9 o'clock, sweep down to 6. 9 down to 6. So you are arcing your elbow from 9 and down in a curve to 6. You want to squat. You want to crunch your abs in when you throw this one. It has to go really low. It has to at least go to belt level, right? 9, 6. Number 8, right arm, right elbow, 3 to 5. 3, 5. 3, 5. Again, I'm squatting and crunching to bring my elbow down. Number 9, left elbow. Left elbow from center straight out to 9. Imagine for 9 and 10, imagine that you're fighting the person in front of you, and their friend come out from the side. Their friend coming in from the side, trying to grab you, and you want to get them to go away. So you sidestep and throw the elbow straight out to the side. Okay. Number 9, left elbow from center to 9, sidestepping as I throw this elbow. I'm stepping to the left as my elbow go out to the left, go out to the left. And number 10, right elbow, center to 3, center to 3, center to 3. Okay. Now on the target, elbow number, I'm going to do the odd numbers first so I don't have to keep switching side. Number 1 from 6 to center, 6 to center, 6 to center. Number 3 from 9 to center, 9 to center, 9 to center. Number 5 from 12 to center, from 12 to center. I'm hitting him right down the front of his face. This elbow should drop down from above and hit the top of the head or go down the front of the face. 12 to center. Number 7, going low from 9 to 6. I'm hitting him on the hip. Right? Normally, I wouldn't be doing that on a tall person. This one's only useful when someone is diving in at your leg. Right? 9 to 6. Very useful for hitting them in the groin, though. 9 to 6. 9 to 6. And number 9, from center to 9. From center to 9. From center to 9. I'm going to go to the other side, so now you can see my right hand. Number 2, from 4 or 5 to center. So down and up, down and up, down and up. Number 4, from 3 to center, from 3 to center. Number 6, from 12 to center, from 12 to center, from 12 to center. Okay, don't actually do that to the back of someone's neck, okay? Number 8, from 3 to 6, from 3 to 6, from 3 to 6, getting low. Number 10, from center to 3, from center to 3, from center to 3. Now let's look at back elbow. Like I said, back elbow is only 6, and the thing about back elbow is they are not meant to be comboed. Okay, for the most part, back elbow are not meant to be comboed. You can combo some other stuff with back elbow, but you should never have to throw two back elbow simultaneously or one after the other, unless it's the same back elbow. Right? Let's say someone grabbing me from behind, and I hit them with the back elbow. They didn't let go the first time. I hit them again with the same elbow. That's okay. No, but you don't want to do like back elbow 1, 2, 3, because you're going to get really dizzy. Because again, the goal of back elbow is to get the person behind you to step away or let go so you can turn around and deal with them. There's no point keeping your back to them. Okay? So back elbow. Number 1 is elbow straight back. So from 6 to center. From 6 to center. So my elbow travel backward and up, staying close to my body. 6 to center. 6 to center. Number 2, right elbow, 6 to center. Same thing. Again, note that when I'm throwing my back elbow, I'm not just standing here and throwing my arm. Because if I do this hard, it's going to jerk my body off balance, right? So I'm using my torso. My whole body is moving. Swing, 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 swing. Okay? I'll show you guys a little tip. If while you're throwing your back elbow, you feel kind of a tightness or a pain in your lower back, then you're using your arm too much. You need to let your body swing more. You need to bend forward more, swing more, relax your body more. Then you won't feel that pull against your lower back. Okay? So back elbow 1, 6 to center. Back elbow 2, 6 to center. Back elbow 3, from the side in, so 9 to center. Back elbow 4, from 3 to center. I'm spinning backward, bringing the back elbow around, okay, around, like that. Okay? Back elbow number 5. This one is a little bit more tricky. This one, you want to turn all the way around to face the person behind you while lifting your elbow as high as you can and dropping it down. So it's 12 to center, but you're hitting actually with the wrong side of your elbow. You're hitting with the tricep part of your elbow, the funny bone. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. 5 and 6. Turn, lift our elbow high, and drop. Turn, lift our elbow high, and drop. Okay? Now, I'll show you guys, because some people are going to ask, why is 5 and 6 look so weird? Why do you strike like that? Okay? That is for disarming or getting someone's hand off of you. Let's say someone come up behind me and grab my collar like this from behind, or they can even be grabbing my neck, right? Now, at this distance, since they're kind of far away from me, if I throw my back elbow, it's not going to hit them. Okay, if I throw my one or two, it's not going to reach them because I'm almost a whole arm's length away when they have their arm on my neck. Right now, if I throw my elbow 3 and 4, same thing. It's not going to reach them because their arm in the way. Their arm's actually blocking my elbow. If I try to hit them. So for this way, for the only way for this elbow to work is for my elbow to go over their arm. This is why we lift really high. So in this case, since the hand is grabbing me from behind on the right hand side, I want to do a number 6 back elbow. I want to spin to the right. So if this is a real situation, if someone grab me like this, right, I'm going to take my left hand, cup their hand, and make sure their hand stay on my shoulder, lift my elbow, drop it down on their arm, right? This will injure the arm, if not outright breaking it right there, right? This is why the 5 and 6 back elbow, you lift the elbow so high when you turn, because it's meant to be dropped over a person's head or a person's arm, breaking the hold, breaking whatever body part you trap, right? So let's take a look. Back elbow on the target. I'm going to show you guys the left side. So this is number one, one, two, two, and three, 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 three. I'll show you guys the right side. This number two, two, close to my body, staying close to my body, go straight back and up. Two, three, swing out and back. So 3 o'clock and back. Three, actually four, sorry. Four, so two, four, and lifting the elbow high. Six, six. Okay, let me quickly show you guys with that six, just to make it easier to understand too why the 5 and the 6 look so exaggerated. Because if I throw a 6, I'm spinning around, I lift my elbow high, I'm spinning around, dropping my elbow down. After this 6, my arm will naturally latch onto their neck and shoulder. Okay? After I hit them with the 6, my arm will naturally rest on their neck or shoulder, their trap or their arm. Okay? So what I would do from here is 6 knee strike. After I do a 6, grab them, pull them forward, knee strike. Okay? 6 knee strike. Right? Very nice little combo. Throwing the knee in there with your elbow. Thank you for checking out today's Tactical Tuesday. I hope these elbows are not overly confusing. If there's any confusion or anything you guys want to know, ask me in the comments. We'll be back again tomorrow for Wisdom Wednesday. For now, have a good night.